Howdy Chunky, it's Sunday live across the world, and this evening from 9 I am back on the air. We have to filibuster for a few seconds to beat the algorithms, and then we have something very serious to talk about. First though, just be careful what you're being arrested for.
Yeah. I need to give you a
just tell me why you're arresting me.
For talking.
For what, sorry?
For talking.
Talking?
Talking.
And don't watch comedy from 50 years ago, because it's absolutely not true what Alf Garnett said.
You know, the latest dodge out of getting in all the illegal migrants, I tell you, last August bank holiday Monday in Southend, there was thousands of them coming ashore, all the illegal, all pretending they'd been in for a little swim. Well, you don't go in for a little swim with flippers on your feet and two bloody great suitcases in your hand, do you?
Tomorrow morning from 6, I'll be back with the news, Ofcom free, no BS, and not PC, where I'll be talking about Shamima Mahood, who is our new Home Secretary, which is a bit like putting a rabbit in charge of the lettuces. I'll be discussing my opinion on Claire Rayner and her departure. By the way, apparently she's getting money paid off to disappear. Who knew? And we've also got lots of video of things happening around the world that make you want to smack yourself in your head with the judge's truncheon. Just to pass a few more seconds, thank you to the thousands of people who have bought my first prison book, Surviving the Slammer. We asked HMPPS, probation, and the Mafia Mapper people to put in writing that it's banned, and we've heard nothing since because it's illegal. According to my KC, who is head of public protection for Wales, he knows what he's talking about. These people just want to bully, intimidate, and put me into shushy silence because it gives them some kind of thrill, kick and edification, which I'm coming to in a moment. This, by the way, is the Belfield shushy. There are 3 of these. Hear no evil, see no evil, say no evil. They're sold out. That's the Belfield size. Then on the website, we have the Limford size. This is the Limford shushy. That's 10 inches. That is what we call the John Barrowman, as everyone who's worked with him knows. If you'd like a shushy, you can go to the website where you can get the book for now until they put it in writing. Just to let you know, banned yesterday from the Reform Conference, banned on Saturday from the Freedom event in London because I'm too high profile. As we begin, leads to some dark paths. There's lots of trolling goes on online, and I'm currently being baited and provoked to say things to people to get me thrown back in prison. That is the game of the far left radicals. But sometimes there is something comes in that is so terrifying that you just have to go public so that if anything happens to me, you'll know why. Now, from the beginning, I've said this is a witch hunt, and I've said that Nottingham police are corrupt. Well, I've just been tweeted 3 times, amongst many others, from the partner of a Nottingham police officer. And I'm going to read you what was said. And if you don't believe me, it has been reported to the police as a threat to kill. Now, let's see whether Nottingham police deal seriously with this threat to my life by one of their own. The first tweet read, "Be careful, nonce, you're not dealing with my wife now, you're dealing with me. I play by a whole different set of rules, so useless you want to be spoon-fed for the rest of your life. I'd be careful what you say. Pay your debts, tick-tock, tick-tock." Now, I just need to make it very clear, I've never heard of this person, never contacted this person, and was completely unaware of this person until they decided to go on Amazon and put a 1-star review saying my book is crap and it shouldn't be read, even though they haven't bought it. And how do we know they haven't bought it? Because they're not on the mailing list to be sent out. The second tweet says, "Oh, and by the way, nonce," and by the way, I'm not a nonce, so I'm being baited into that word, which has, of course, litigious consequences. We know that, don't we? "Oh, by the way, nonce, it was nothing to do with my wife, it's all me. So if you want to start a little war, it's okay with me. I've put up with your shit for 6 years and I've kept quiet, not anymore. You've been warned, cross me at your peril." Final tweet in this section. "One last thing, nonce, a little bit of advice. If I was you, I'd invest some of your money that you fraudulently took from your followers and invest in a few close protection operatives. Because trust me, one phone call from me and you'll wish you were never born." Now, just a couple of things. One, I'm not a nonce, so we're not even going to address that. Never been accused of any sexual, violent, or indeed any drugs-related crime, so not a nonce, that's not that. Never been accused of anything fraudulent. My accounts have been looked over forensically, of course, by every agency, by .gov, and not a penny is askew, so there's another defamation there. These people have said they have no money, so of course they're going with the traditional troll defense of, I haven't got a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of, so you can't do anything. But I have reported this, I think, death threat to the police. I believe it is a death threat. I believe it is there simply to intimidate me, and they have since said on record that they will not stop until I'm silenced. They've called me a vile little creature, etc., etc. I have never met this man, contacted this man, had anything to do with this man. I don't know why they can't get on with their lives and leave me alone. I just want you to know, if anything happens to me, if I'm injured or I disappear, this is all on public record. And as you can see here, it is registered at Nottingham Police as a death threat, and they're aware of it. So how a police force goes about looking into one of their own is beyond me. But there you are. I said this was a witch hunt and corrupt from the beginning, and I maintain my position. Bearing in mind, in the last week, I've been told that I can't release my book, even though they're not going to put it in writing because it's not legal. I've been banned from going to the Reform Conference, which is a complete infringement of my European Convention of Human Rights. The removal of the book would have been human rights, Article 10, and expression, etc., etc., etc. And now we find out that somebody at the very top of my case is getting their partner, and they're saying it as well, by the way, publicly, that they're not going to stop. I've poked the bear, apparently, by doing nothing, just simply being alive, and they're not going to stop until I'm wiped out from YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and alexbelfield.com. They're not going to stop. And I refer once again to the line that I need close protection operatives, because trust me, one phone call from me and you'll wish you're never born, and I'll be eating out of a straw. Just remember, I went to prison for 5.5 years for words that were not threatening or violent. I was not accused of fear of violence. Lest we forget, Graham last week was arrested by 5 armed officers as he landed at Heathrow over comments he made online abroad. I don't know why these people can't leave me alone, but the obsession, fixation, harassment and stalking of me that has gone on for 5 years since I became a star at the Voice of Reason is so disproportionate and scary and absolutely deafening that it has to stop. Somebody somewhere has to see this is completely corrupt, and it is and always was a witch hunt. Lest we forget, remember, how did all this start? An email was sent from a BBC person to close me down. I got 2.5 years for that person to find out who had sent it. The person who published it, who I'd never heard of, who I'd never contacted prior, never had any dealings with, never heard of, who published it, got me 2.5 years. Because I wrote more than twice to ask politely who had sent the email. And they said that was stalking online, not in person. I'm not going to say any more, there's no point. I love you and there's nothing you can do about it. I'll be back tomorrow morning with the news at 6 a.m. It's a big one, and we will be talking about all the movements in government and everything that we can't say here. I will also be commenting on this at 9 o'clock tonight at alexbelfield.com, where we're back with the phone-in. Unedited, uncensored, we are on PC, there's no BS, and we're Ofcom free. The only place you can call in and say whatever you want about whatever you want. alexbelfield.com, live at 9 o'clock. And if you want a shushy, the 10-inch Linford version, you can get it now at alexbelfield.com, along with my new book, While Stocks Last, Until They Ban It, which they so far haven't, despite threatening me with going back to prison, just lying and cheating to bully and intimidate, alexbelfield.com. See you tonight from 9. Love you, and there's nothing you can do about it.
In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Then he created man and woman and dogs. Lots of things were built, destroyed, rebuilt, flooded, and built again. Then, Alex Belfield was born, forced to pleasure His Majesty. Keys were thrown away, lost, found again, and placed in a holding pen. Today, Alex continues to annoy medicated lefties and supercilious fartheads all over the world by telling the truth. Now, the overnight sensation after 30 years and star of stage, screen, and his mother's back bedroom is back. God's greatest gift to free speech, humanity, and the probation service complaints department is Alex Belfield.
This is not a new jingle, so don't be a dipstick. They locked him up for words, not crimes. A tongue so sharp can handle the slime. 0.17, that's the score. The truth is a fact they can't ignore. Lefty dumbass is running scared. The voice of reason bold. Standing tall, prepared to dare. Rebels' words always live on air. Alex Belfield, voice of reason, breaking chains in every prison. Fear the man, not the small size, micro penis with fierce blue eyes. He holds a pen, not a sword. The system is guilty, it strikes a chord. The VOR calls are sharp and clear. The truth they hide is what they fear. Alex Belfield, voice of reason. Truth cuts deep like sharps in prison. Fear the man, not his size. Micro penis with deadly blue eyes. Alex Belfield, voice of reason, fear the man, not his size. Alex Belfield, voice of reason, breaking chains in every prison. Fear the man, not the small size, micro penis with fierce blue
Shush, please be quiet. This tippy-tappy gobshitery ain't for you. Alex Belfield's voice of reason.